my name is Matt Small. I'm the creative director and CEO of Vector Unit, and we're here talking about Riptide, our new game Riptide GP 2 for Android and Project Shield.
Let's start by talking a little about what your goals were heading into this sequel.
Well, one of the things that we knew we wanted to do is provide, there's kind of two main pillars. One of them is on the single player side, we wanted to provide a deeper sort of career type experience. So we've got like a whole set of events and a deep career mode that you can go through. You can buy new jet skis, you can level up your character and unlock new stunts. There's a whole skill tree. So we wanted that whole experience to be a lot deeper. And on top of that, we're adding in multiplayer. So we're going to have different sort of asynchronous kind of multiplayer modes as well as actual synchronous online multiplayer racing.
Let's talk a little about the NVIDIA Tegra technology and how things have progressed, especially from a water perspective, from Tegra 3 to Tegra 4.
Well, the kinds of things, I mean, we've been working on Tegra stuff since Tegra 2, right? And with each iteration, we're able to add more and more detail to the fidelity of the water and to the other kinds of effects that we can add into the game. Like, for instance, sort of refractive splashing on the windshield, on the screen, and that kind of stuff. And so the new game, people are going to see the water just looks better than ever. We're going to have new wake effects, kind of splashing out from the side of the jet skis. And a big focus for us on this one was actually lighting. So with Tegra 4, we're actually able to do real-time shadows throughout the game. So everything in the game casts shadows on everything else. You've got the rider casting shadows on the jet ski casting shadows on the water, and the whole thing just feels a lot more like immersive and pretty close to what you can see on like a console these days.
What are your thoughts on Project Shield device?
I think it's really cool. I mean, I'll be totally honest, I thought it was a little bit weird when I first saw it, but I'm actually really looking forward to getting my hands on one. I mean, the hardware itself is amazing. Like, actually, the Tegra 4 hardware is a really incredible piece of mobile hardware. And I love the fact that it's like a big, comfortable controller that I can hold in my big American hands, and I'm looking forward to playing around with it.
How is your game taking advantage of those controls and of the Project Shield device?
Well, all of our games going forward, I mean, one thing that NVIDIA has really been doing is they've been at the forefront of pushing developers like us to incorporate gamepad controls into our games and not have everything just be purely touchscreen. And so for us, all of our games going forward are going to support both touchscreen and gamepad interfaces completely automatically. So if you start moving the gamepad, it just switches to gamepad. If you move over to touchscreen, it just switches to touchscreen. And so we're completely developing all of the UI and everything from the ground up to work really smoothly with the gamepad controls.
Can you talk a little about your relationship and how you work with NVIDIA?
Yeah, I mean, it's primarily on the technical side. There's a team of engineers at NVIDIA that know the hardware really, really well. And so our engineers can talk to them directly, and we can send them builds and stuff, and they give us feedback on different things that we might not have thought of in terms of optimizing our shaders and stuff like that for better performance. So a lot of it really has to do with performance. And then on top of that, of course, like I said, I mean, they're kind of always encouraging us to sort of explore these new game elements like game pads and things like that, and online multiplayer and stuff. Maybe a little bit earlier than the general public is clamoring for it, but that way we can kind of be there at the front when people start wanting it.
What excites you about the pace at which mobile gaming is advancing?
Man, it's all really exciting. I mean, for us, Vector Unit started out as a console development company. So we started off doing games for Xbox 360. And for us, just in the last couple of years, it's really, and Tegra 2 is kind of at the forefront of this, it's really become possible for us to make the kind of really immersive 3D console style games that we like to make on mobile devices. And every year, it just gets exponentially better. I mean, I have no doubt it's going to take a little while before you can actually have a 360 or a PS3 in your hand, but it's getting pretty close to that. And the better it gets, the more stuff we can throw at it, the more kinds of next gen console tricks we can pull out of our pockets and put onto our mobile devices.